Hi guys, welcome to our podcast. I'm Haju, and we also have Hamin, Tazor, and Taeyur.
DJUNO!
Why do I feel like it's been a while since we met?
I feel like that too.
Guys, why isn't Tazor here?
Oh my god, sorry for being late. I just thought of you guys on the way home, so I grabbed a coffee.
Oh, what a nice surprise. I actually just felt like drinking some coffee.
Wait, Tazor, you don't drink coffee though?
Yeah, that's why one of them is a strawberry latte.
Thanks for the drink. I think it was extracted 25 minutes ago.
25 minutes? But isn't this coffee shop 3 minutes away from here? What happened, Tazor?
What? How can you tell from just a sip? Yeah, you're right. Actually, in the cafe, the piece of cake looked so good, so I couldn't help myself.
My god, exposed. But we forgive you. Wait, but Taeyur, how could you tell?
I drank lots of coffee when my older brother tried to get to the level 1 barista certification. And I also just love coffee.
But it's crazy he could tell it was extracted exactly 25 minutes ago. I thought that it just tasted good.
If I knew that he had this kind of superpower, I would have just bought y'all some cool aid or something.
No, Tazor, you made a nice choice. Because today's podcast topic is about coffee.
I'm guessing she knew about that.
Anyways, let's dig into the topic.
Oh, actually, I didn't know. You guys didn't even mention it to me. I was just listening to Bach this morning and suddenly remembered coffee. So I bought some.
Why Bach?
Because Bach loved coffee a lot. He even said things like, without my morning coffee, I'm just like a dried up piece of roast goat.
I feel for Bach. I would also feel like a dried up piece of roast goat.
Okay guys, let's get our answers.
But honestly, I don't know a lot about coffee at all. What exactly qualifies as coffee?
Coffee is a type of beverage that is brewed by roasting and grinding the beans, which are the seeds of the coffee plant. The beverage, as well as the fruit itself, is called coffee. The fruit, the seeds, the shell and dried green beans, the roasted beans, the ground beans, and the beverages brewed from the beans are all called coffee.
Are you ChatGPT?
Makes sense.
Oh, interesting. I thought that coffee was just a beverage, but I guess it also includes the actual beans.
Same. I never knew that coffee was made with beans.
What? Then how did you think it made?
Just by mix something like sugar, water, black pigment.
Oh my god.
I'm just
Jesus.
kidding. Don't be serious. Anyway, if coffee is a bean, who was the first man to eat coffee?
Oh, I know this one. A long time ago, about 850 AD, a herdsman saw his goats acting strangely after eating a certain fruit, so he tried it himself and felt himself getting hot.
Wait, what? If he saw them acting weird, shouldn't he have not eaten them, huh?
True. Anyway, the way the story goes is that it was the first moment humans encountered coffee.
But that was just a bean. What about the first coffee drink? Like coffee as we know it.
We don't know for sure, but it's believed that people began searching for wild coffee in what is now Ethiopia before the 1400s.
So then technically, we couldn't know.
Right, but somehow people discovered the benefits of coffee and started making tea from the leaves. And then they started mixing the fruit of the coffee with butter, salt for a snack, or dried roasted and boiled in water for an energizing elixir.
Amazing! They don't even know what caffeine is, and they've already figured out the benefits?
Yeah, and coffee came to the Middle East on trade routes when humans began to trade. It was so popular that by the 40s, coffee was being made full-fledged.
So that's how we got coffee. I am so thankful because I love coffee a lot, especially Americano. When I drink it hot, it feels like all of my worries disappear.
Does coffee taste good? I can't even sip it, because it kinda tastes gross to me. Ugh.
How could you say that? Coffee is my life. Middle Easterners drink it for a reason.
Yeah, but I mean, wouldn't there be a difference between the coffee that Middle Easterners drank then and the coffee we drink now?
Yeah, probably. I don't know exactly how they extract the coffee. Maybe they boil it or something. After all, the coffee you're drinking right now was extracted by a machine.
Yeah, espresso. I know this one. It's literally a press thing that extracts coffee with pressure.
Yeah. Whenever I want coffee but I don't have the time to enjoy it, I get espresso. It comes out in about 30 seconds.
Espresso? I've never tried it. How is it?
Espresso is characterized by its rich, concentrated flavor, especially because the coffee is squeezed under pressure, which creates a soft foam called crema that gives it its distinctive richness.
Isn't espresso super bitter?
Yeah, it is. So I usually prefer Americanos. Just add water to espresso and it becomes an Americano.
But I drink coffee sometimes, and I think a coffee latte tastes better than an Americano. How can a coffee latte be made?
Haju, a coffee latte is just espresso with milk.
What? So I have tried espresso.
They're all terrible. But I do think vanilla lattes. It doesn't have much coffee flavor.
If you add vanilla syrup to a coffee latte, you get a vanilla latte. Caramel syrup to a caramel macchiato. And chocolate syrup to a coffee mocha.
Wow, I just had an epiphany. So, it's very easy to make coffee, huh? But barista certification is no big deal. Ha!
Don't assume that. Pulling the perfect shot of espresso is really tricky. Getting certified as a barista depends on how good you are at making espresso. The machine makes the shot, but it doesn't make the same shot every single time.
But what if I don't have a machine when I really need to drink coffee? Though I think I won't be in that situation.
In my case, I love coffee so much that I make my own coffee at home. And since I don't have a machine, I use a mocha pot.
Mocha pot? What is that?
Mocha pot is a way to make coffee with pressure, which is very similar to espresso. You pour water in the pot and boil it, and then the pressure of the steam makes the water go through the coffee beans.
Yeah, and when you don't have a machine, you can also use a French press or hand drip. A French press is a way to make coffee with a cylinder. You brew coffee powder and water together and strain the coffee grounds. Hand drip method uses a filter. Usually it's paper. You pour water on the coffee grounds and you extract the coffee with the filter slowly.
That's so much effort. Does coffee taste that good? And does it taste different depending on the way you make it?
Oh, of course. It all has its own characteristics. You can feel the rich taste of coffee. You can feel the rich taste of coffee beans in many different ways.
Oh, but as well like the, what do you call it? The aroma of coffee beans. Is there any coffee that doesn't have the strong smell of coffee beans?
Then, what's the point of drinking coffee? Just drink juice, Haju.
Huh?
Surprisingly, there is. Cold brew doesn't have a strong aroma. It's a way to extract coffee by using cold water drop by drop.
Drop by drop? How long does that take? Does it take longer than hand drip?
Cold brew takes at least 5 hours and sometimes takes a whole day to finish extracting. But hand drip tastes the best when you finish extracting it in a maximum of 3 minutes.
Yeah, since coffee is very sensitive to time and temperature, when you drip coffee with cold water, which takes a long time, the natural aroma of coffee beans disappears and the unique taste of cold brew comes out.
I need to try that. I've never tasted, but as long as the aroma isn't strong, I'd be down to try.
Actually, it's better to drink Americano.
Oh yeah, you said you like Americano the most.
Yeah, I'm biased.
I just remember something. I recently traveled to Europe with my friends and went to a coffee shop. We were about to order Americanos, but the employee said that they don't sell Americanos.
What? There is a coffee shop that doesn't sell Americanos? How can they call themselves a coffee shop?
This may be a very big surprise, but it's hard to see Americanos in European cafes.
Oh, so the cafe I recently went to in Europe wasn't a weird one.
For real?
What? What? I don't understand. As you guys know, Europe is known as the home of coffee. I can't believe they don't have such a basic drink.
As you said, Europe is the home of coffee. You know that espresso originated from Italy, right?
Hey, Haju, you learned something new today.
Hey, I'm not that much of an ignorant person.
Anyways, as I mentioned earlier, espresso tastes really strong. So Italy has too much pride in it.
No wonder the lady working in the cafe looked at me all confused.
I think it's just one of the culture differences.
Yeah, the way we taste and enjoy the coffee are so different in every country.
Yeah, especially Europe and America.
There's a rumor that the name of Americano comes from a cafe in Europe.
Maybe it was born in America and just became an Americano.
Of course, Americano is mostly consumed in the US. After all, it originated from the difference between America and Europe's coffee culture.
So, Europeans enjoy the real flavor of espresso, while Americans drink coffee to drink lightly.
That's right. There's a history about how the term Americano came to be. The old times, when an American visited a coffee shop in Italy, the employee shouted to the barista, "An Americano!"
So it means something like, add some water to the espresso for the American!
Did they think Americans couldn't handle the strong taste of espresso?
Huh? Oh, they looking down on them for adding water to coffee?
Maybe they consider Americans culture.
I guess it's just a matter of preference then.
There's a country where their culture is drinking with the ground.
What, like crunchy coffee?
Yeah, actually, in Turkey, when brewing the coffee, they don't usually put in through a filter. Of course, it's not caused by not brewing coffee properly, but they chew the coffee grounds and enjoy the taste.
So they just drink all the grounds?
Yeah, after they finish drinking the coffee, there's a lot of grounds left in the cup. I was really shocked when I heard there's a culture that they read fortunes by using the leftover grounds.
Oh, interesting.
I didn't believe it at first either, but when you actually go to some coffee shops in Turkey, they read fortunes based on the shapes of the grounds left in the coffee cup.
Such shocking news. Do you guys want me to read your fortune?
Just do your dishes properly.
Oh!
Anyways, these are all very shocking news.
Right? And the ways of making coffee are very different depending on the country.
Oh, I have another one. There is a batch brew coffee in America. It's where you brew multiple servings of coffee at once. Kind of like a mass production, so when a customer orders the coffee, they can get it right there and then.
I see. It was probably so convenient when there are lots of orders during the busy morning.
Exactly.
I've never heard of that either, but it does sound really convenient though. Making fresh coffee every time can be an effective method when you're crunched on time. What if we introduced this amazing system in our school's ideale?
It's certainly an idea.
I think the ways we drink and make coffee depending on the countries are all unique for sure.
Then how about Korea? How did we drink coffee at the first time?
The opinion that coffee came into Korea through China is widely accepted. It also came in with Europeans that came into Korea for such reasons as trade or propagation. And most of all, plumbers from Europe spread coffee to Korea. In those days, coffee was considered a very luxurious beverage and was very expensive. It was a similar price for a plate of jjajangmyeon. Usually, only the upper class drank coffee. For example, Emperor Gojong was a coffee lover.
How did he get to know coffee?
One of his relatives introduced him coffee.
Oh,
But so many normal people drink coffee these days. When did the working class start to drink coffee?
Common people started to drink coffee after the Korean War. Since then, coffee shops began to appear and increase really fast. In 1995, there are already more than 3,600 coffee shops in Korea.
whoa. So coffee was already popular in 90s.
Yeah, the most popular coffee at the time was the morning coffee, which uniquely put egg yolks in the coffee.
What? Why?
Is that delicious?
It was because people thought that drinking coffee on an empty stomach was not good for their health, and also to drink coffee in place of having breakfast.
I never thought to put an egg yolk in coffee. I gotta try it.
They say it's tasty.
But didn't you just say that coffee was a luxury drink? How did the common people afford that expensive drink?
Oh, coffee got cheaper after Dongsa Food Company made instant coffee. After that, mixed coffee came out in 1976 and coffee vending machine came out in 1978. Through these products, coffee became a part of Koreans' lives.
Coffee vending machines? What's that?
I saw it at the subway and some restaurants.
Well, it's hard to see it in public these days.
Yeah. In 2000s, people started to use less coffee vending machines, and specialized coffee shops started to come out. Since then, espresso became popular, and specialized coffee shops increased so much. How many coffee shops do you think there are in Korea?
20,000?
17,000?
I think there's more than that.
There are almost 1 million coffee shops in Korea.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Wow. Why do Koreans love coffee so much?
That's what I was thinking.
There could be many reasons. First, in modern times, Korean sentiment went far from enjoying a relaxing break. They always seek efficiency and try to save time and money. In this perspective, coffee is the most effective drink.
Makes sense.
Koreans especially like iced Americanos. I wonder why.
Drip coffee takes time to make and have to wait to drink because it's hot. But iced Americano takes less time compared to drip coffee and doesn't have to wait to cool. And Americano has larger quantities with the same amount of caffeine. It correlates with Koreans' mindset a bit.
Oh, it's efficient.
By the way, I recently discovered on the internet, but Koreans drink about 400 cups of coffee per year.
Wow!
Like, that's a lot. It's twice more than the average world coffee consumption.
But I mean, is it okay? I believe that drinking coffee is not good for our health.
Right. When you drink coffee as much as you like, it can be deadly for you.
But everyone knows that drinking much coffee is not good for us. But I want to know exactly how it is not good.
Explain, Taeyu.
I'm not ChatGPT.
Huh?
Firstly, coffee can cause bad effects on our nervous system, circulatory system, and digestive system.
Oh, that's why Hamin always has a stomach ache.
Alright. And he is always drowning in fatigue after a burst of energy.
Okay then, coffee is not good for one's health, but actually why?
Because coffee has caffeine in it. Isn't that the reason?
Then, why is caffeine bad?
When you look up caffeine in the dictionary, it is a drug that stimulates your brain and nervous system. Drinking coffee is like drinking a sort of drug.
Oh, caffeine is a drug. I never saw it like that.
That's why drinking a lot of coffee is not good. He's talking about you, Hamin.
I mean, you're right, but I heard that drinking coffee also has a lot of benefits.
But that's all short-term benefits. It is not good when you look at it long-term.
Yeah.
You heard him, Hamin. Don't drink coffee.
Oh no, not that. I drink coffee more than water. Coffee runs in my blood.
Then, is there a way to drink coffee more healthily?
Taeyu, go!
Ideally, you should drink coffee around 9 to 11. That's when it is the most effective cortisol. Have you guys heard of the coffee nap?
The what?
It's when you drink coffee and then take a nap right after for 20 minutes. After you wake up from the nap, you're supposed to feel super refreshed.
Oh, that makes sense because that's usually how long the caffeine takes to kick in.
I think it's all for our podcast today. Well, it was good talking to you guys. I'm gonna go take a coffee nap.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Sleep well.
Bye.